Well, hey folks, another beautiful day back out on the creek. If you remember the last video that I put out, it wasn't the last time I've been out, but the last video that I put out, we tried right up over there. Then we came down, followed these two rocks down, we dug down in here, remember? But a little time before that, we worked down in here and got, I think, 13 pieces, a few nicer flakes. So what we're going to do today is going to do some more sluicing. We know there's better gold down here, and like I was saying up here, we got two flakes out of there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna follow those right down. We know we've gotten gold up there before. That was in the winter time, 7 or 8 pieces. 2 right there. Let's come down into here, halfway in between those stones. Pick around right in here. Take a bucket or 2 right out of here. Okay, we got almost half a bucket out of this spot right here so far. Let me show you right here, I think, is the bedrock, right where I'm tapping my foot. Then there's a little recession right in front of it behind this slab. So we dug almost half a bucket right out of there. We're going to set the sluice up right down here where we usually do when we're working close to this spot. I had to put a little dam in the middle there to stop some of the flow from ripping down through there, but I think we're pretty good now. Let's get the box set up and start running this stuff. Beautiful day though, man. It's a beautiful day. Got that first half a bucket pushed through there. Hopefully you can hear me. That creek's a little loud today. We got a couple specks of gold in here. Yeah, one little baby one down in there. And I did see another one over here. The box isn't running too bad. It's a little slow at the top, but I think I'm gonna leave it. Might even be a little flake right down there in the VDR. Unfortunately, with no sun today, we're really not going to be able to see too much in here. Yep, that's a little speck down the VDR. Alright, I started filling the next bucket. That stone there was right down in there, and I flipped it up. I started digging under it, flipped it out, got some more out. But let me show you what we're getting into down in there. It's nice sticky stuff. Sticky. That's the good stuff right there. Alright, we're going to fill this bucket halfway like usual. See what gold's in it. Well, that's looking like some pretty good stuff. Let's find out. Okay, second half bucket full. From what I'm feeling down there, because I can't see, it feels like the bedrock dips off like this. But it also dives down that way, so we're down in there scraping on the bedrock. I can feel it. Well, let's go run this through and see what it says. I put a couple scoops in there, but when I first got back down here, I was looking in the box. I still see that little speck that we saw earlier in the one in the VDR, but I did notice this. And I thought I'd just start running and see if it still sits there. Got something right there, you see it? Let me get in closer here. Is that a little picker? Well, it's flip-flopping all over the place. Moving to the other side of the box. See it? See it dancing? Definitely a piece of gold. Nice flake right there. Almost done with that bucket, but that piece did migrate out of the rib matting, and it came down into one of these VDR cells. I watched it back up in there. I don't remember which one. I think it's right in here someplace. But it sucked right down in there, nice like. Okay, we got another half bucket full. We were working over in here. Pulled that big rock out, remember? And I got everything out of there I can with the shovel. Gonna have to get in there with the hand scoop and scoop some out. I forgot the hand dredge. That's okay. We'll come back some other time and hand dredge the bottom here, but so then we started working up in here. Like I said, we got a half bucket, so let's go run that through the box and see what it says. Alright, I kind of looked in there. There are some nice little specks up in the top. I'm not going to be able to show them to you. They're pretty small, but I see several in there. But I do not see that bigger piece that we saw. I don't see it in there. I'm pretty sure it was gold. And down here, it almost looks like a flake sitting right there on the end of the VDR. I'm not sure if it is. It almost looks a little silvery too. But since our silicone is kind of missing out of those cracks, I'm going to get the snuffer bottle and try to get that little piece. It might not be gold, but try to save it. I don't see that bigger piece though, so let's run this bucket through and do a cleanup, and then we'll probably set back up and start running again. But I want to make sure that we still got that nice flake in there. Alright, let's do that. Well, whatever it is, it's stuck right on there, so we'll just leave it there, I guess. Alright, run this bucket. Alright, we got that third half a bucket pushed through there. I've seen a couple more flakes come into the box. Got one there. Right there, see it? A couple other ones I saw come in. Got a few specks here and there. We got that bigger flake down in here still, hopefully. And a couple other specks. That's what we've seen, so should be a pretty good clean out. Give it just another minute here to do its thing, and then we'll see what we got. Alright, beautiful day, beautiful day. Well, looks like we might have lost that big flake. I don't know, I'm not seeing it. What I did stupidly is after that last bucket, or the second bucket, I had some stones down in there and they were holding the tailings back, so I kicked them out of the way, and that actually changed the flow through my box, so we might have kicked it out that way. Let me show you what we did get though. Got some nice flakes in there. See them in there? Try to zoom in a bit. Not too bad. I just don't see that big one. Well, let's just have a little break. We might have lost a big flake, maybe not. Regardless, it's still a beautiful day. It doesn't really matter. I'm pretty sure we lost a big flake. I don't know how. Must be from when I kicked those stones out and that, you know, it washed all those tailings out of the way and just changed the flow. I would think it would have held in that box though, but for some reason I guess it didn't. But you'll have that. That's not a bad spot though. We got some nice flakes already. That little bit of digging, what, that was 3 buckets, 3 half buckets, not too bad. So we'll push a couple more through there. Let's have a little break first. Okay, we got another half a bucket and we're ready for round 2. Notice the water's cleaner. I've been lifting up on that big flat stone to get that flow to go underneath it, give us some clean water, and there's some material in there. There's a couple little divots and stuff, so we'll probably hand scoop that when we finish up. We'll take the scoop in here and clean the bottom completely off. But looks like we're ready for round 2. We got another half bucket. Let's push that through and see what she says. Okay, we got the first bucket of round 2 pushed through the box. I think now we're gonna get the hand scoop and scrape the bottom off. Almost looks like a crack right there going through there. I kind of felt around it. It might be a crack in there, so let's get the hand scoop, work some of this material off right here best that we can. If the bucket isn't full enough, we'll grab some more material out of there and run it through. This material is looking really good right off the bottom. Nice sticky and clay-like, really nice. But that crack turned out to be just a void. I was able to pry around in there with my scoop, and now you see the rocks. It's that piece of bedrock, what I thought was bedrock, is all breaking up into cobble. So, and we're gonna work right down on that edge there. You can see it. Yep, gonna work all that out. See what we get. Take a little break first. Oh, there's a minnow in the hole. Round 2, bucket 2, all ready to go. We scraped down in there pretty good. Wish I had the hand dredge. There's still more scraping to do in there here and up on the top. I got mostly in here and worked into there pretty good. Let's see what that says, huh? That should be good. We'll find out. Okay, the bottom scrapings didn't look good at all. Black sand, but I didn't see any more gold. So now we move back up into the higher stuff. But there is a hole in there too, so we've been working at that a little bit. We got a bucket ready, so let's go put it through the sluice. That last bucket, there was 2 or 3 little flakes, so That's not too bad. 2 or 3 little flakes. Let's take one more, and that'll probably be the last one of the day. It's starting to get late, or it feels it anyway. It's getting dark. One more bucket. Hey, check this out. The 22 shell, right? It looks like it was fired into a piece of wood. It still has the wood attached to it. It's not, that isn't like a loose piece of wood. It's literally attached to it. Like that 22 was shot into a tree or something. Then that piece of wood fell into the creek with the 22 shell in it. That's pretty cool, huh? Alright, let's throw it back in the box. Okay, we got that last bucket pushed through. I see a couple more flakes in there, so let's throw in a bucket, then into the pan, and see what we got this time. Alright, good times. Alright, I think that was what, four more buckets? Four half buckets? I'm not sure, but got a bunch of little flakes again. Bunch of them in there. 2, 4, 6, 7 or 8 pieces. That one's kind of long and wiry. So we'll suck that up in the bottle, throw all these cons in the bucket, and get all the gold together and take a look at it. Alright, let's have a look at all that gold. I count 18 pieces in there. Not too bad, not too bad. I got it zoomed in already. And there's our 22 shell. That's all wooden case. That's pretty cool. Not too bad. Let me stick my finger in there, kind of for a better size representation. There we go. Not too bad. More pieces to add to the pile, right? All right. Pretty cool. Time to go home. All right, I got home, but you're never gonna believe it. I was actually getting ready to pull this mat out, and I saw that, I think that bigger flake right stuck down in there. So I pulled it kind of apart, and I think I might have got it. I saw it in some of this caulking that's in here. I think it's right in that pile right there, but let's wash that off a little bit. I think we got it though. I think it was stuck down in there. All right, let's have a look. I don't know if we'll be able to separate it from that stuff or not. All right, we got it. Right there. Probably hard for you to see, but there it is, right there. It was stuck down in that crack. I got it worked out of that caulk. Well, that's pretty cool. We found it. That's awesome. I'm surprised it came all the way down the VDR. I'd like to have the bigger cell VDR. This is actually made for Gold Cube, because the regular VDR isn't 12 inches wide, and this box is nearly 12 inches, so I had to go with the Gold Cube size. But anyway, I can't believe it made it all the way down through there. Just the shape of it, I guess. It made it all the way down through there, but it got stuck in that crack. Maybe it was because a piece of caulk was sticking up or something and it just caught it, but I'm going to try to wash all this caulk. You can see how wet it still is. It just never ever dried. Of course, it's not really the right stuff. It's supposed to be clear, dry clear, but obviously it isn't. Anyway, got that piece of gold back, so that's pretty cool. Put that in our snuffer bottle, and I'm going to clean the rest of this out of here. I got to get it out of there anyway. Alright, we got that back out of that bottle. I didn't try to pick it up before I put it in the bottle, so I figured I'd give it a try right now. Where is it? Right there. Yeah, I barely get that thing picked up. Teeny tiny little picker. I guess we'll call it a picker. Not really, but let me try again. If I can pick it up again, we'll call it a picker. Yeah, I can't. Nope. Pretty close, but I can't quite pick that thing up. So close to a picker. All right. All right, folks. Thanks for stopping in. I had fun today. We found that bigger flake and some other stuff. Well, then we lost that bigger flake and found it again. That was pretty cool, finding it in the crack of the sluice like that. and then being able to work it out of that silicone, that caulk, whatever it is, worked out pretty good. But for now, I'm just going to head off to the next video. I got a package in the mail from FGW, so we'll take a look at that in the next video. I'll see you over there. Let's go over there and have some fun. All right, see you there.
Subscribe.